Dino Robert with the 2011 NAMM show. I'm here at the Blue booth with Skipper Weiss, and he's going to tell us about the Yeti Pro.
Hi Gino, how are you?
Good to see you.
Great. We're very excited about Yeti Pro. You know, the Yeti has been a very successful microphone for us. It was the first USB microphone with a triple capsule array, so it allowed us to be able to do stereo, cardioid, omni, and figure 8 patterns. It was THX certified. We were the first company that had a certification for microphones with THX. Now we're happy to announce something that's very unique, which is the Yeti Pro. And what this does is, you'll notice down here, we have an analog cable. It's a stereo cable which comes with the Yeti Pro. And this allows you to have analog out, as well as its 24-bit 192 sampling rate. And you can, depending upon your software, have selections in between, all the way down to 44.1. So this is a wonderful opportunity for some of the pro audio guys that like to record in the analog domain to have that wonderful sound of the triple capsule array.
What do these controls on the back do?
Well, in the controls in the back, what we have here is the pattern select. You have cardioid, omni, figure 8, and stereo is wonderful. In fact, a lot of people that I know that use this for VoP and Skype and things of that nature, they love the stereo sound because it gives them a larger-than-life sound when they're talking, either doing a business conversation or just having a conversation with their child while they're traveling. So the other control in the back of the microphone is for the gain. So this is going to be your attenuation or the output gain for the capsule. So in other words, if you need a little bit more, let's just say sensitivity while you're recording, you can turn the gain up. As well as on the front of the microphone, you'll notice we have a headphone volume output. There's a mute button, which is wonderful. In fact, the mute button will flash. There's a red LED to let you know it's on. So let's say you're having a conversation with somebody on a Skype VoP type of program, that thing, and you want to just take a moment to cough, you can push this in, cough, go right back in, so you're not hurting the conversation.
Just like at a radio station.
That's right. Also, on the bottom of the unit, we have this stand adapter, which is great. If you can see this, we pull the cables out. And what you can do is take it off its own proprietary stand, put this on a mic stand in the studio for positioning that might be more professional or more into tight spots where you're recording. And also you'll notice that the USB connector is right here and our headphone output. And one of the wonderful things about this headphone amplifier is the clarity, and it's wonderful for latency when you're working on a DAW situation. What it does come with is this beautiful stand, which by the way is wonderful for cable management. You'll notice that the cables kind of go through here one by one. Get that one in there, get that one in there. And when you're sitting on a desk, it hides everything, so it's kind of nice and neat. You know, we're very much interested in the style aspect and the emotional aspect or lifestyle aspect of the product. And what you get is a wonderful field guide manual. It talks about recording and some of the ways of using the microphone that you might not have thought about, which is important.
I've seen those online. They're really fun to read, even if you don't have the mic, because they're just in general, they look great.
Well, you know, everything at Blue is about creating sonic colors, and you mix and match them to create your own palette of sound. And what we're trying to do is help the artist. You, as a percussionist, you know, you have different instruments that sound a certain way, so you want to have microphones that help get you the essence of what that instrument's doing. So we try to talk about that in our manuals. It's very important to give people ideas so they can become creative, and then they become emotionally connected to the product. Because what a Blue microphone does and what Yeti does is it takes away the fear. You shouldn't have to worry about your instrument or your voice sounding good. You should worry about your performance and the artistic vision that you have. So we're here to help you now take away that fear factor in the process of communicating or recording.
Now tell me about the capsule design. Does this compare to any other capsules that you have in the line?
No, in fact, this is a very interesting thing because Martin Salsprins, who is one of our chief engineers, who is also one of the founders of Blue, came up with this triple capsule array. And what we were doing is positioning the capsules in an unorthodox manner. And what we always do at Blue is that we try to forget about what we're told what we have to do. Just like a musician may said, no, you have to play a chord like that, but then people started to change those chords. They added color to them. Same thing with guitar amplifiers. They distort. That wasn't necessarily appropriate in the 30s. But as we get into music today, it's about tone and what sounds musical. And by positioning the capsules in the array that it is in, we were able to come up with a sonic signature that people say that's really musical and pleasing.
What's the directionality of the stereo?
The stereo is set up with, it's a summing of all the capsules. So what it does is sometimes we'll pick up a little bit of the ambience in the room and we'll give you a feeling that there's space to what you're signal source is. Sometimes with an acoustic guitar, let's say you're trying to capture something and you want to have a little larger depth of field, you cut it in stereo, and then maybe you'll overdub a vocal, and you want the vocal to sit right in the center, so you put it in cardioid, and it's a strong pointed mono source, so when you put them together, you're now painting a picture and winding up with a sonic signature or a sonic landscape that's pleasing.
What's this going to be priced at, and when will it start shipping?
This is $249, and it's shipping this month.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome, Gino.